names of kids and stuff, so.
Well, confidential stuff now gets exposed to
Well, that's the whole
everybody
point.
in Mar-a-Lago, right? So,
Yeah.
Well, so
I can't speak to
I'm,
that.
So Lucy, thank you very
Thanks for
much
asking.
for taking a minute to meet with us today because I actually stopped in here just on a whim on Monday. I'm a district resident and I stopped in.
We were here.
Yeah, there was a
Did I
lot.
let you in the bathroom? No.
No, but there was a flurry of activity going on Monday. There was a full house and
Yeah,
maybe a
well,
big
we had
meeting.
Valentine's Day. No, that was Tuesday. Tuesday we had Valentine's.
Yeah, I'm not sure. It was just on a whim that I happened to
Yeah.
stop by, and I stopped by to specifically request on my own when Barbara Comstock would be having an in-person town hall meeting. And the response I was given was that there's nothing
Do you mind
planned.
if I just, I'm gonna forward this
Sure,
just
thank
briefly,
you.
because
No,
I'm
no,
the
I
only one here
appreciate
right
you.
now.
No, there's a lot happening these days.
I'm usually the last one here, so
Okay.
I know what happened to the rest of
Well,
them.
we're happy to see you. Well, I stopped by and frankly, when I asked, I was given the answer that there's nothing on the schedule, there's nothing in the immediate future. When and if there is gonna be an in-person town hall, it'd be on the mail distribution list. And I left deflated and frankly feeling that that's just not an adequate response, given the height of anxiety. I think for myself, I know that it feels like she's not very accessible or making herself accessible. I do see the hostility that's taken place in other town halls and understand there might be some apprehension involved in that. But I voiced my frustration, and I'm here today representing over 300 constituents, that kind of a Facebook petition of sorts.
Sure.
I'm happy to put it in an Excel format if that's what's needed for your office. I'm
No,
gonna
I'll
leave
take it.
this with
The only thing
you.
that is helpful is.
There's zip codes
good,
and
good,
names for
that
every
may
single
work, yeah.
person.
Usually we ask for the address so that they can get the.
And I didn't,
messages
because of
back.
and I'm sure that they would be happy to give that, but in the interim, I think there's enough to go with there. They are all voting constituents
Yeah.
that also want to see her participating in an in-person town hall that's peaceful, productive, and constructive. To know that she's accessible, that they're being heard, and to hear back from her. There's a lot of anxiety and mistrust happening, and the more hiding that it seems,
You
that
know, she
for
was here last Friday, actually.
And
Most
I
of
didn't,
the day,
I don't know if that's publicized or where we find out when we can reach her
Well,
here,
the
'cause-
schedule is, the answer is always the answer. The schedule is not handled here. It's
Right.
the DC
But I think
office.
So,
there is
and
a
that's where-
difference between being here where you could stop in one-on-one
and
versus.
maybe catch her, or knowing
Yeah.
she will be
Well,
here at a
she was
certain
meeting with
time.
constituents here.
Okay.
And that's good to
You
know.
know,
Yeah.
she was actually making calls to constituents who had asked to talk to her, so
Right,
she
in
had a
person.
short list on those, so.
Well, I'm
But then she
here
had other things she had to do on the district, so.
with the
yeah.
list that I've given
Yeah, I
you, and
appreciate
kind of in
that.
the same way, or some of the other things was that, some of the frustrations and the request for the in-person town hall, for example, the survey that we were given,
Mm.
it was nice to know she's trying to get our thoughts, but the questions were double-barreled. You can't take two heavy issues and combine them into one for an agree-disagree answer. And a revised survey with a single
It's just
point,
suggested survey.
a suggested survey.
Was this yours or is it a group's?
It's a
combination?
It's been a group combination. The
What
same
group are you
group.
with today?
I'm part of the larger Indivisible 10.
Okay,
And subsects of that as well.
Your face isn't familiar to me, that's.
I'm actually just happen to
Someone
be the
had
person that
seen it.
stopped by here on Monday on my
Yeah.
own, and I said, I'm gonna stop
I was
back by, I
here,
didn't
yeah.
like the answer. And a lot of people said, well, you take my name and here's my zip code,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
here it is for you today, along with an invitation for Barbara Comstock that I believe she's been given. I didn't organize this at all, I don't even know if I'll be in attendance, but town hall meeting next Friday while she's on her off-district week in Sterling at the community center, run by a mediator, bipartisan, peaceful. It would be Facebook streamed, so people stay home if you don't have a ticketed event, and I'm here to ask that she accept the invitation to meet with her constituents locally here tomorrow. Can you give me an answer on her
I
behalf?
can't. I can't because I don't handle the schedule, but I
Okay.
will pass it on. I'd like to get everyone's name though, just
Okay,
if you don't mind
sure.
signing my little form.
No, and the fact that she's doing individual responses, I would love to get an individual response, especially if the invitation's gonna be declined.
Yeah, that would be good.
I would appreciate that, I would be happy to
I'd like to
leave
know
my
that.
information.
Let me get that
Sure,
from you
and
guys
we
as
appreciate
well.
you taking your time today.
No,
This
no.
is the exact peaceful demeanor in which we would like
Yeah.
a town hall. You know, there are a lot of raw emotions right now because of uncertainty, and the more hiding it feels like replying to the survey that came out, I had thoughts to reply, but then you hit a stone wall. Oh, if you have comments, go to our website. Like, let those replies at least, you know, make it easy so that when we hit reply and send our thoughts, we've already sent them. Make it so that they can be read, not that I have to be rerouted, you know? And so that's frustrating. That's just a basic town hall thing,
Sure,
better
sure.
communication.
I will pass that, I will definitely pass that on. People are getting responded to, and it's not hiding, it's just the schedule is the
No.
schedule, she's
I
there
understand,
now,
it's
and votes
overwhelming.
and what have you, so.
So,
So if you
and
guys
this
don't
is a
mind,
whole lot
this
of
is
people
my-
all at once. I appreciate you meeting with us.
Thank you.
Um,
Nice seeing you.
Well,
Nice
I
seeing
had
you.
a-
Nice seeing you again, of course.
Yeah, I had a
think
chance
you
to
did
talk to her director of community outreach, and
Sorry?
he's, no, the
No,
other guy.
Jeff?
And he's kind of an older gentleman, he was at the event. And he in
Dave
fact.
Stegmeyer?
Yes.
Okay.
And he in fact said that there is a concern that there is an effort to embarrass her, and he is taking into account when the decision is made not to schedule an
I've
in-person.
never heard,
So it came
I've
from,
never
it
heard
came
that.
from, it came
yeah,
from his
I've
her staff.
I've never heard that.
So I guess we are trying to reinforce the notion that we do not plan to make like a rowdy show or anything like that. It can absolutely be respectful, and it's not to produce a YouTube moment or anything like that, but we're genuinely concerned.
Sure, and the calls that we do get to her,
Right.
so the request for town hall to get to her, just a question of scheduling it when they can, so, but this,
And
again,
it's been set up, paid for, all of it is in place, it's just a matter of showing up. And also, you asked which group I'm with, there's a Mighty Marchers group, there's several subgroups with different interests that are all represented under the indivisible districts. It's not just one, and it's not just
yeah,
one.
everyone that's come in has identified as the indivisible in a different fashion, so.
Right. So, yeah, so that's kind of a loaded question. Indivisible is just the
Yeah.
easiest place to go to. There are a lot of
Yeah,
subsects that are kind of behind this. And I'm sure if you plug in a few, there's zip codes from throughout the entire
Yeah,
district. This
yeah.
is 14 pages long of just names and zip codes.
Is this off of
different people.
Facebook?
Off of
Facebook,
Facebook.
yeah.
There, you can see the original post, the comments, and this is in addition to, there's already almost 1,000 names requesting the same sort of thing. Almost 1,000 names on a petition asking her to have, for a change.org, I think, petition. They've almost hit 1,000 names.
Did any of you participate were you able to participate in the town call?
I was not, and there's several other people where they were, the system didn't work, and they couldn't dial in. You'll see one or two
Wow.
comments. This is
Yeah,
largely.
my understanding was that even if you missed that first call telling you that it's starting, you could call in again. It was not like it was a
One time only. You'll find whoever's name it is within there, where she mentioned it, and I printed out the comments, so this is full disclosure of what people
Sure.
had to say.
Sure.
And you'll find her name and her zip code, and,
Yeah.
and maybe she could have an individual contact
Sure.
of sorts, but that was not to me, I'm speaking for her.
Well, I listened in on it. My own congressman, Jerry Conley, had one actually, I guess it was earlier this week, I'm trying to remember when I got the call.
Right.
And he's been doing that for years, just
Right.
so Mr. Wolf did and the other members to have
Yeah.
done, only because it's more convenient for
Sure.
constituents, actually.
Right.
Who can't get to a spot,
Right.
so.
And it would be awesome to have, every other month town hall meeting at the minimum with the call in between, a combination of the both is a
That
more
would be the
effective way.
ideal.
But right now, given.
Schedule would be what it is.
Yeah, no, absolutely, but, they have the off weeks to be out in their districts, and that's the reason, so.
And
We
there's
hope, we would like to think she will accept the invitation. We're definitely eager to get, what the response will be. And again, peaceful and productive, and knowing that she wants to hear what we have to say, and that we want to hear what she has to say. So
We'll pass
we
it
appreciate you
on.
taking
No,
your
I'm-
time today.
It's lovely seeing you,
Thank
and
you.
I'm sorry
Nice
to
to
miss
meet
you
you.
Monday. You know.
Yeah, no, that's okay. It was very, very
You know,
busy in
You
here
know where we
Monday.
are, you
Yeah.
know, we're always happy to see you and pass on the word. And this is her office, not my office, so, you know,
Right.
you are sort of speaking to her, you know.
Right.
Just not the same face.
No, it's okay. It's a team.
Yeah.
And we
Nice
appreciate
seeing
it.
you.
Thank
Nice
you.
to see you again.
Thank
So I guess
you.
can I additional point
Sure,
is that,
thanks so much, yeah.
thanks. Is that
Oh, well, I was
we
gonna
see-
shake your hand last because
Right.
you were still talking.
Right. Is that we see her updates about meeting with constituents, right? And like she would visit a small business or like somebody else, and it's kind of strange to see that there is time to meet with individual constituent, but not time to meet with
These are
150.
invitations that have probably come in well in advance,
Well,
and she's committed to them. I mean, you know,
Yeah,
so
but yeah, but
that's
still- but
usually
still
how
you-
the schedule works. You know,
Yeah,
she
and
works it
I
around
understand,
the
I understand that there
voting.
must be a reason, but also you have to admit that the optics is not great, right? That when somebody chooses or finds time to meet with one constituent but not 150, it just doesn't look.
Doesn't add up. It's
It-
frustrating.
You know, I can't speak to that piece. I know that most members, you know, there are small groups that wanna meet. They can possibly go downtown during the session, they can try to fit it in during hearings, you know. But there are hearings in the morning, there are votes in the afternoon, then there are votes into the night. I mean, that's basically the day, you know.
Sure.
So, and that is the full week, and then on weekends, she's trying to meet with the people that have asked for appointments that probably go back possibly to last year,
Yeah.
you know.
And then with next
So, I
week being
mean,
the
I just don't
recess,
handle her
hopefully
schedule, you
locally
know,
in
so
the
I-
evening at the end of the week.
I know.
That's our
I
hope,
know.
so we would
I
love to
know.
hear a response, and thank you again.
Well, we
And this
appreciate
office
it.
is open Monday through Friday, like 9 to 5 kind of?
Our office?
Mhm,
Yeah,
this one?
yeah, we're here at least till 5 o'clock. I mean, if I know somebody's coming, you know, I would try to hang around, you know. But, yeah, we're here, we're here. And on the weekends, sometimes there are mobile hours, so, you know, we'll be out in the field, but those are usually, on the website too, so, you know. And mobile hours are really set up as constituent service hours, you know. Most people that come up to the mobile hours are looking for help. You know, we're having a problem with a veterans issue, we're having a problem with Social Security, you know, I can't get an appointment to, and that's the stuff that we do here, to try to sort of educate people on what we can help with. We helped a church group that was trying to bring a refugee family that had, they actually arrived yesterday. And we were able to work with the State Department to reschedule that return flight, because they were unfortunately sent back
Originally.
during that trickle down of the executive order, and the word didn't get out to the people at airports, so, you know. That's the kind of stuff we do, you know, sort of behind the scenes of trying to help people, so. But it was good seeing you guys again.
Thank you.
All right.